Yeah, so what a day. What a day. And thank you very much for joining me in the studio here today. As you can see, I've got my excuse me, Clive 5 Art shirt on. I haven't worn this for a while. Yes, I just found it in the cupboard. So anyway, without further ado, what's this?
Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive.
But like I said, thank you very much for joining me in the studio. Like I said, what's this? Well, this is a number 8. Yes, it is a number 8. If you look at it, it's a number 8 lying on its side like that. So that's the quickest way of drawing a boat. Because I thought I'd do some water. I'm going to do something here. I don't know. Some sky, some water. And I thought I would try and paint a boat today. So I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but I thought, well, I wanted to show you the quickest way to draw in a boat was doing a number 8. And then you draw your number 8, and then you just draw a little line and just off center. You come down that way, you come down that way. That's the back of the boat. Come down, fill that bit up, and there you are. You've got your shape of your boat, basically, hopefully, anyway. We will find out. So just moisten my brush, picking up some titanium white, a little bit of ultramarine blue just on the brush, and let's just put that into the sky because I want a nice sky today. I want a nice sky, plenty of moisture on my brush. If you want to know how I've set my palette up, please watch the video which will be coming out midweek, possibly Wednesday or something like that. I'll just do a quick video and a quick chat and tell you how I set my palette up if you're interested in how I do it. So I'm just, as you can know, I paint quite loose and relaxed. I come up with an idea, just come back off my holiday. I had a fantastic, well, I did have a good trip. I did have a good trip in the Lake District. Unfortunately, I come down with a little bit of food poisoning, which wasn't good. But never mind, I've recovered, and yeah, it wasn't pleasant. Let's put it this way. It wasn't really pleasant in any way. Now, I like to paint nice and loose, as you know. So I'm just chucking some paint in. Just like that. Easy squeezy, lemon peasy. And let's just chuck some more paint in down there. And so the video I'm going to do, I'm thinking about doing a very simple, quick video next week for you. If you want to just paint away the stress, or you're just starting out and you don't know how to begin, you know my videos are all about helping, tips, advice, and basically for beginners. And you know, the skill level, well, as your skill level increases, then of course you can go and venture out and have a look at other videos and see how you can test your abilities. But you know, the majority of people that follow my channel are basically people that are just starting or want to learn some tips, or just basically a lot of people just basically just watch me paint, which is quite nice, and I want to thank you all for that. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. There's a notification bell. When you subscribe, it's absolutely free. So when you subscribe, it's free. But there is a notification bell there. Make sure you click that and set it to all, because you'll never miss out on any videos that I upload then. Because YouTube tends to, every so often, tends to mess around with those settings, and you think you've got notifications set, but you haven't. So you just need to check. That you've got the settings set up, and then we're rocking and rolling, and you can join me in the studio every Monday, because I do paint every single Monday. I've been doing that for a number of years now. In fact, when I started painting, when I started my YouTube channel up, I was 50 years old. It was just after my 50th birthday I decided to start YouTube, and I turned 60 last week. So there we go, 10 years I have been making videos and painting, and my channel has been growing slowly, very slowly. I don't mind that. That's just the way it is sometimes. Sometimes we watch some video channels and they seem to boom, but I got a lovely pace of life, and I don't mind, because I've got a day job, so I can't really be too busy anyway. But I try to get my lessons and my tips out there to you wonderful subscribers that watch me on a regular basis. There we go. That's absolutely fantastic. So let's get a little bit of cloud coming in. There we go. Let's get a little bit of cloud come in there like this. Nice and easy lemon squeezy. Easy breezy. Easy breezy. There we go. Just a few little flicks and dips, and using, if you want to know what brush I'm using a little filbert brush. I don't normally use a filbert brush for clouds, I'll be honest, but today I thought, why not? It was just the one I picked up. So I'm just bleeding that edge out there, and just getting some of this wispy type of cloud effects in the sky. I don't want too much detail. I'm going to put a little bit more cloud just down there like that. Easy breezy, easy breezy. There we go. Yes, what a wonderful day. So went to the Yorkshire Dales, and we went across the Yorkshire Dales. There was some wonderful walls and things there built from dry stone, and it was a wonderful trip. Really enjoyed myself. Had a fantastic birthday, and I highly recommend, if anybody that's not in the UK comes to UK on holiday, have a little look at the Yorkshire Dales. Fantastic walks and things like that, if that's what you're into, and highly recommended there, especially the Lake District as well. But unfortunately, as I said, I didn't actually get to see the lakes. It was just a bit of a shame, but I know they were there, and I was happy to see everybody come back off the trip really happy, and they told me all about their little boat trip and stuff, and filled me in and told me how beautiful the area was, and I was absolutely thrilled, to be honest with you, even though I wasn't feeling very well. So I'm just going to dry that off with a hairdryer. So just do what you can with the sky, just make it your own. That's the most important thing. Always make it your own. So many people ask me, so, well, where's your hat, Clive? Where's your Clive 5 art? That's not easy to say, Clive 5 art hat. But there you go. That's my hat, and I normally wear that. But to be honest with you, the reason I've stopped wearing it is because it obscures my cameras, because I got my cameras in different locations now, or areas, positions. I got my cameras in different positions, darling, and yes. So well, I haven't worn my hat, just in case anybody's wondering. So I'm just going to get some burnt umber, a little bit of Mars Black. I'm going to use my little cork on the stick, or a milk stick, just to rest my lovely arm by there like that. And I'm just going to block out this little shape, just like this. Just come down, trying to preserve that shape. There we are. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to put some water, and I'll end up painting over this, and I don't want to lose my drawing. So I thought, I'm going to block it out now. Better to be safe than sorry. An old saying in life, isn't there? When you want something and you're not too sure if you should have it, and you're thinking, oh, am I going to use that now? But it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That's the old saying. So remember that. Always better to have something and not need it than need it and not have it. And in this case, it's better to have an underpainting of my boat, so at least I know where I stand. There we are. I'm just going to leave a little line just there like that, just so I don't lose that. Is that the bow? Yes, the bow, but that's the stern, isn't it? I think so. I don't use boats and ships and stuff, but there we go. I'm just going to leave a little bit of black, Yeah, no, I'm going to lighten that up again. Dumpty dumpty dum, easy breezy. There we go. Let's put that in there, and all of a sudden, look, we've got a boat, and number 8. Yes, we could put that on the side of the boat, couldn't we? That could be the boat's number 8. Now we can adjust it just a little bit more. Just like that. So we are. And number 8 is how you make a boat. Easy breezy. It's my new saying. I don't know if you've noticed, but I tend to I get the liking for certain sayings. Easy breezy is my saying now at the moment. I want another brush. I'm going to use this one, I think. So I want a nice dark colour. So ultramarine blue, a little bit of Prussian blue. There we are. I'm not gonna. And this is not the sea. This could be a possible. This could be the lake. This could be the lake. This could be the lake on the Lake District. There we go. This could be my Lake District painting. Now I'm not the best at drawing lines, and I could use a rule. I could put a rule up against the painting like that and paint to it, or I put some painter's tape on there. But I don't rock like that. I like to roll. Yes. Let's get some more paint on my brush. Here we are. I like to roll, baby. Sometimes it's best not to breathe when you do stuff like that. Yeah, that's nice. There's a little bit of turquoise there, look. I got a little bit of turquoise. I just found some old paint. Any blues like this, when you're doing stuff like this, just pick up some old paint that you've got lying around. Why not? Why not? Don't worry. If you were doing your painting, make sure your line is as straight as possible, because horizon lines are normally really, really straight. But I can live with that. There we go. I can live with that. So I'm going to add a little bit of white into this. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum dum. All of a sudden, it starts to look a little bit like a boat on the water. See what I mean by painting over the boat? It doesn't matter now because I know it's there. I know where it is, so I can paint over it. There we go. Little bit of. Sometimes you've got to just think outside the box a little bit and do what makes life easy for you. There we go. So I'm just gonna just block this out like this. Block it out. Let's get a little bit of that turquoise colour. I tell you what would be nice. I got an idea now, because actually I did see this a little bit in the Cotswolds, you know. No, Cotswolds? I wasn't in the Cotswolds. I was in Yorkshire, up there in the Lake District, not Cotswolds. I was just thinking of the stop we stopped off. We stopped off in the in Tewkesbury. Was it Tewkesbury? I think it was Tewkesbury. Anyway, we've seen I'm going to put a little bit of green in this water like this. Tewkesbury Abbey is a lovely, lovely place actually. Tewkesbury Abbey. There's a reason I'm putting green in the water, don't worry. Boom, 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 boom. Easy breezy. Easy breezy. Let's put a little bit of shadow under there. Don't it look lovely? Don't it look a mess? Doesn't it? It looks a mess. Sometimes when we paint in, we think, oh my God, how are we going to recover from this? But you'd be surprised. You will be surprised, and you will surprise yourself actually on no end of times, that when you do stuff like this, how things work out. Sometimes things work out better than you think. They really do. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit more yellow. Just just like this. Now a bit of that turquoise colour. Ooh. Let's just block that in there like that. Just block that in there. Put a bit of turquoise here. Let's get a bit more yellow on my brush. A bit more yellow on my brush. A bit of that turquoise over there. Easy breezy. How many times have you said that now? That's the thing. How many times have I said easy breezy? I don't know. Let's get some little marks in like this. Put that brush down and I get a little bit of white on a very short flat. Now I don't worry about what brushes and things I'm using, so I just pick up whatever I think is going to work for me. So yeah, don't stand on ceremony. Don't think, no, I got to use this particular brush or I got to use that particular brush. It's not about that. It really isn't. I'm just going to draw a little line across there like that. Because I've seen something very similar to this now I'm thinking about it. This must have stuck in my mind, I think. There's definitely a little light shade over there. Maybe let's put some lighter patterns in there. They're just very thin paint. Just dry brushing that on there. So I'm just going to dry this off, clean my brushes, check my cameras, and then I'm going to finish off this bottom bit. So I've dried that now. It's all nice and dry, and so I'm going to put a wash of colour just over that, just to darken up these colours. If I put I'll show you exactly what I mean. That's why I put a little bit of white and stuff in there, so you can see it's starting to come together. So once I started painting the boat, that'll pop out. I'm going to do something up there that's going to pop out. I really want to straighten that line up. It's really annoying me, but it's okay. I can live with it. But this is just a quick painting. It's going to be painted over anyway, so I'm not too bothered about that. If I was going to do this as a proper painting, I'd put a bit of masking tape or painter's tape and I'd paint up to it, have that really nice and sharp. So avoid that at all costs. Don't try and do it freehand, because it can ruin a painting. It really can. But I'm not bothered about that today. Okay, so just water, just plain old water. Actually, this is a little bit of a retarder I put in there. As I said, watch the video, watch my tips, watch all my tip videos, and all these tips will be in there. That's going to be in the iCards. Don't forget ultramarine blue, nice washy colour, washy. Now you can only thin acrylics up to about 47%, don't forget. But if you're painting on cardboard or paper, then you can get away with that. If you're painting on canvas, be aware that you have to seal it in properly afterwards with some varnish or something, which I'll talk about on another video. How acrylics dry, how to varnish paintings and things, and I think that's important, that you understand that acrylics don't instantly dry, even if you think they do. So I'm just going to put that colour over. You can see, look, whoa. If you're one of these people who like to see drips, let the paint drip on the painting. There we go. But I'm going to wash that over very thin. All I'm doing is just basically putting a very thin coat of colour, and you can see all of a sudden how nice that is. You can actually do the sky if you wanted to darken the top of the sky. Should I try that? If you want to darken the top of the sky, you could do that. There we are. I'm not going to do that because of my clouds. I don't want to damage my clouds. But there we go. Just put that in there like that. A nice dark colour in the background. A little bit of light reflection just there. But it's not bright white. That's the thing. It's not bright white. There we go. We can do the same now. Get a little bit of this turquoisey colour and then put a little bit of that in as well. Bring it in like this. Build our water up just like that. We'll put our highlights and things in there in just a second. Okay, so I'm just going to wash that quickly and let's have a look at this boat. Let's see if we can bring this boat up to scratch. Where's my little tiny brush I was using just now? Is that okay? Can I use this one? I think this is okay. So let's go back into these colours. Bit of burnt umber and white. Burnt umber and white. There we are. Just burnt umber and white. And let's just bring this boat to life now. If you can hear some noise, is somebody using a drill or something in the garden. I'm just going to check my recorder is working. There we go. Yeah, they're in the garden doing some work. Now, you can spend quite a while on this as far as the boat is concerned. I'm not going to do too much detail because I just want to show you how to do it, and I'm going to let you do it. I'm just going to get a little bit of white just on the tip of that brush. I'm going to bring that down. Just like that. And then I get this burnt umber. I'm going to darken this burnt umber up. Put a little bit of Prussian blue with it. There we go. Put a little bit of Prussian blue with the burnt umber. Prussian blue and burnt umber can make a black, by the way, if you're interested. So if you haven't got any black and you've got Prussian blue and burnt umber, then you've got black. Black is just a very dark blue or brown. There we go. So we all started off with the number 8. All started off with the number 8. It did. Boom, 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 boom. Very easy, easy breezy, lemon squeezy, light on dark, dark on light. There you go. How does that look? I don't like the look of that. Let's just wash that out a minute. Do, 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 do. If you're not happy with something, don't try and correct it. Sometimes just you need to try and what I'm trying to do is that's better. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Let's get a little bit of white on top of this. A little highlight on the top of that boat. On top of that bit there, and then I need a little bit of highlight just down there. Blend that in a bit. Just like that. You take your time. Don't do what I do. Don't do what I do. I need a little bit of water just under there like that. They're having a good old go at that. They're having a good old go out there with that drill thing. Wow. Just a few. Things in like that. Let's get a bit of blue. Let's get a bit of blue and white. There we go. A little bit of blue and white. Let's just... No, maybe a bit more. Maybe a bit more white. Just play around there with it. Just take your time. Just experiment. Sometimes things work. Sometimes things don't work. Sometimes things work. Number 8. There we go. We said we were going to do a number 8, and we are doing a number 8 today. So let's get this line a bit like that. There we go. I'll tell you what we can do for a bit of fun. Let's put that in there. Just like that. So that could be our rope. Let's get our blue and white. Did I just spoil that there? No, did I? You could see sometimes it. There we go. Maybe. There we are. We got a boat anyway, haven't we? We got a boat. We got a boat in the water. Let's put a little bit more lighter colour. Coming in there like that. Tell you what we could do. We got some red. I knew this red would come in handy. And let's just put one of them boy things. There we go. A bit of black on there. Get some more water. Let's bed that in. Maybe it's a few things just coming around there and there we go. Maybe we can. Let's get a little bit of yellow into this. Now I'm just playing now. You could take a long time to do these type of things. This is the detail. Just knock yourself out when it comes to a detail like that. Actually, I tell you what, I'm looking at this now. I think I need to just bring this edge up just a touch there like that and get another bit of white. This is why I don't do detail paintings really. Could be here for hours. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, but easy breezy, lemon squeezy, a little bit of black always sets this type of stuff off. There we go. A little bit of shadow there. Get a bit of brown. The rope is not white. Sometimes it could be, I suppose it could be. But there we go. So that's our boat. Let's just put a little bit more highlight in the back of the boat like that. Maybe a bit on the front. And its reflection then in the water. So let's put our reflection in. Tell you what we haven't done. We haven't put a reflection of our boy in, have we? Let's just put a little bit of red just there like that, and let's just get a little bit of white just to go over the top of that, and we'll leave that as is for now, and let's concentrate on this bit. So what I was thinking for this would be just to use will this work? Have I got a different brush? Let's have a look. Dumpty dumpty dum. Now I've got a, is that okay, that one? Oh, that one. That one, that one, that one, that one. I tell you what, just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna dry that off, and I'm just gonna see if I can find this brush. Do 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 do. I'm so excited. I found my brush. I'm so excited. I found my brush. Okay, so let's get some yellow and some Mars black. Mars black and yellow make a really nice dark green. I don't know if you can see that. Let's put some more yellow to it. It makes a lovely dark green. There we go, and that's what we want on our brush. So let's just get this line and go. A bit more black. When I was there was like a marshy type of greenery, and there was, I don't know what these bushes were, but there was like bushes and things just growing on this little bit of a bank thing, a lot of reeds and stuff like that, but these bushes were there. So I just wanted to, what was the name of that grass I seen? There was it's called I read up about it. I can't remember. Must be my age. I'm gonna just leave it at that, I think. Maybe put a few. Seagrass it's called. That's right, seagrass. Definitely seagrass. And it's found right around the world, and in different places and things, and it thrives in alkaline soil and stuff, and I was quite surprised because it was quite marshy and things. And I thought, wow, I wouldn't have thought any type of grass could grow where there was seawater and stuff. But this stuff, it certainly liked what it was drinking, that's for sure. Yellow tones and things like that, and wow. Let's get some reeds and stuff like this. Some of them are really tall, some of them are tiny, you know, little tiny little bits of baby bits of glass, but some of it was just absolutely loving where it lived. Absolutely. And let's get a different type of green mix. Now I'm going to use a paintbrush to mix my paint. Please don't do that, because that is not a good practice in anybody's world. But I'm quite lazy, so, and I like my brushes to go clunky sometimes, because I use them for, I don't throw good old brushes out, I always use my brushes. Sometimes a broken brush is better than a brand new brush. And just playing around with different shapes and things. Get a bit of paint. Oh, let's just put some. This wasn't going to be a long painting, but it's certainly turning out to be one, I think. Let's add a little bit of white in there, changing the flavour up now. Try not to do that bit. I just want to bring a bit of light down into the water like that. Get a bit of white paint on my brush. Put a bit of a watermark in there. I'm just going to get a nice soft brush now. Just over that. Well, this was a big I can't remember the name of it. Detail brush is a number 16 detail brush, and all I did was basically squeeze the end of the brush like that. See how to make it flat instead of a point, and just put in a bit of water reflection in, just like that. Just chucking in a little bit of water like that. Maybe see, just brush it in. You can see I just put it on like that, just rub it in with my finger. There we go. There we are. I think I'm gonna have to. What I want to do now is, this is why I'm fiddling a little bit now. I want to put some light. I want to put some lighter. I want to put some light blue in. There we go. I'm going to try and do a painting after with the colours I got on my palette. So that's always good. I'm just going to put a... I wanted to lighten that up there a bit. Don't worry, it'll be okay in a minute. Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing, what I think I do. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. I'm not talking at the moment because I'm trying to concentrate. How's that looking? It's looking a bit. Is it okay? Does that look okay? I don't know. Maybe I'd put a bit more blue in there. Maybe. I'm gonna let that dry a minute. We want some nice. I'm just gonna let that dry. I'm going to put a little bit of blue wash back over this in a second. Right, it's exactly what I'm going to do is what I did earlier. I'm going to dry that off. I'm going to give it a bit of a wash, and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, let's put some of this wash on. Easy breezy. Right, let's just put a little bit of wash over a couple of areas like this. Just that's my little tip for you. Brush it in a little bit sometimes. There we go. I don't want to kill all that white. I just want to make that nice looking watery effect. There we go. A little bit blue over there. Bringing that down there. Let's bring a bit of that in there. Let's just bring a little bit of this turquoisey colour. Let's get that turquoisey colour in there. Let's get a little bit of yellow, maybe just in there like that. A bit more blue. Let's get a bit of blue. There we go. It's looking good. It's looking good. Just get a little bit of white. Back into our brush. Anyway, I'm not going to do no more. I'm just going to leave it at that, I think. I'll tell you what I will do though. I'm going to get a bit of black on my brush because I want to put a few twiglets. There's maybe a branch or some things coming out of there like that. I don't like that. That's ruined that. I'll do. Okay, make a mistake, don't worry. Act fast, and then we're done. There we go. Put a few black lines in. Just like that. Liking it. I'm liking it. Yes, I am. Let's put some seagulls in. Or birds or whatever they are. We can put some birds in. Plenty of birds in the sky. I'm just messing now. Just messing. I'm enjoying myself so much today. I don't want to finish. Boom, 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 boom. A bit of shadow over there. There we go. That's just a little bit of Prussian blue. Just to put a little bit of shadow. Rub it in with your finger. It's okay. It works. As long as it works, it works for me and it works for you. This is what happens when you can paint for absolute hours. See the different effects that you can get in water and stuff like that, and you can just have fun. I'm going to leave the rest here. I want to thank you very much for joining me in the studio today, and I hope you've learned something and I've had a bit of fun. Don't forget that horizon line, you need to get that really straight. There we go. Have fun, relax and enjoy and use your imagination, and don't forget to click that subscribe button and the notification bell. I'll see you next time.